All right, this video will go over the advanced editing in Screencastify. So if I've already finished recording a video, I'll be on the kind of wrap up, upload, finish screen. And you'll notice a button up here that says open in editor. So like we went over before, you have some very basic editing, clipping the beginning and end of your video. But now if you're going to click on open in editor, and this will open up Screencastify's built-in editing online editing system. And it's pretty simple, but you can do some pretty neat things with it. So right now it's loading. So I'm going to give it some time to load. So if you've ever used WeVideo, it's very similar, except it's a little bit pared down. So you have first of all, if you want to see closer, you can zoom in or zoom out on your video timeline. Then you can use the magnifying glass over here, the slider to increase your view, see more detail of your video, or zoom out to see less detail and see the whole thing. So this is my entire clip. You can add in text. So if you want to add text to part of your video, you can do that, and you can drag this to to the point in the video where you want the text to appear. You can also, and then it's pretty simple. You just type in here. So text example. You can change the text using the editing tools that you would see in any standard word processing system. I can increase the duration of the text. So I can make it last a really long time, or I can make it last for a very short amount of time. So I can add as many text boxes as I like. So you just kind of click where you want it to appear and click the T. So it's pretty easy to do that. The next thing that you can do is you can snip out parts of your video. So if I want to snip out, if I make a mistake or I see something that I don't want to be in my video, obviously, I can put my cursor here, click, and then click the scissors, and it will cut that video. And then I can click here. There's another part I know I messed up here, so I'm going to click here. And I have cut this section out, and I can select it and hit delete, and it will delete it and splice those two video pieces together. You can also crop the screen. So let's say I would like to crop this section. I want to crop out my toolbar here. I can click on the video that I want to crop, and then I can click here, and it will say it's a draw a rectangle on the crop clip. So I only want, let's say, this to appear. So I only want that part of my screen to appear, and I click done. Okay, and now it's cropped my video to only show that. So I've cut out my toolbar, I cut out things that maybe students didn't really need to see. So if I hit play, for example, notice that this is the same video, but the top part is now taken out. So that's a pretty neat feature that Screencastify. A new tool that Screencastify has embedded within this program is the zoom tool. So this is actually pretty cool and pretty easy to use. So let's say I know somewhere here in this, I would like to have it zoom into one part of the screen. So I click here to place my cursor, and then I will click the zoom tool, and it'll say, what part of the screen do you want to focus on? And let's say I want to focus in on, and I can change the size of this little window. So basically this is going to force the video to zoom in only on this rectangle. So this is another way to really make sure that students are seeing exactly what you want them to see. Then you can click on here and you can expand how long do you want that window to be zoomed in on. So let's look and see at the result. So if I click on play, and we have, so about to zoom in. So it's zooming in to the place where I want them to be. So basically that's all you have to do. And you can use that tool as many times as you like in any clip. Sure. The last thing you have to do is you have to click on export. So it's a little bit different than the basic procedure where you can automatically upload to YouTube. So that's the only part that you have to do an extra step. So I would click on export, and I'll click, you can either export to Google Drive, which is fine, Or if I want to put it in YouTube, I would click in Export MP4, and I would just a test video or something, and then I'd click download. So it's going to process my video. I'm going to give it some time to finish that processing. All right, looks like my video is done downloading, so I'm going to close it. So it's going to be in my downloads folder. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go to my YouTube channel, and I want to upload. So I'm going to upload some content, upload video. All right, wait for YouTube to get all this ready for me. And I'm going to select my file. I need to go find my downloads, and here's my test video. And I'm going to upload that to my YouTube channel. And then I'll go through all those different steps that you need that you need to in order to get your video on your YouTube channel. I'm going to do this part later. It's not for kids because it's for teachers. There you go to next. Okay, video elements, next. And I'm going to make this one public, but you can choose to have yours as unlisted. And publish. And now my video, it's still being processed, but so it's about 33% done. I'm going to close this. You don't have to wait for it to finish. It's going to be doing all this work in the background. So that is how to go from finishing recording, opening up the Screencastify editor, and then using all the different tools to customize your video creation and then export as an MP4, because it is the most convenient to be able to get a link from YouTube, upload it, and then so once it's downloaded, upload to YouTube, and you should be all set.